Good morning, guys. I am so excited because I have an opportunity this morning before the sun comes over too far and it gets too warm to go over what I received in the mail. I know I told you guys about this on our last video and it finally did arrive, and so I'm excited. Yes, I'm a nerd about this, but this is going to allow us to expand our growing capabilities. And I know I haven't really told you what it is yet, but I'll show it to you here in a second. It's right here in this box behind me. And so I'm going to unbox this and put it together and show you guys just how nice and simple and easy this thing is to use and to put together. I know you guys have heard of container gardening, and this is just a form that doesn't take up a lot of space, that it's not going to be an eyesore. It's very nice to look at, and it's not going to be something to crowd out our deck area, because it can get crowded fast if you put a bunch of junk out here, and I don't want junk out here. So if you guys are liking what you see here, make sure you hit the thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to catch more of our videos. And if you haven't already, please share with someone else. So let's get this thing unboxed, okay? I made sure to come out here with dark clothes and old shoes because I'm playing in the dirt. So this right here, this is called a GREENSTALK. And I opted to get the 5-tier original because it has deeper pockets. This is a nice company. I've already dealt with them and their customer service. And they are very nice. They respond quickly. You're dealing with a smaller company, so you kind of get to deal with one-on-one help, so that's nice. One thing that I've noticed with this package and with my last package that I ordered from them is that they like to personalize their packaging, which I really thought was nice. You get a card showing who packed your stuff. And they also send with it a pack or two of seeds. Now, I did opt to purchase the additional base that it can sit upon that moves it. There's two different kinds of bases that they offer. The one that I got has wheels, which I have to attach to this, and the other one actually spins. So we'll get this put together. I may have a harder time on the deck moving this around, so I know I had to move it carefully, but I didn't want something that was not movable in case of just wanting to move it out of its current location. I'm going to keep it back up here against the house. So it comes with a drain tube, which I'll show you guys later. If you have an excessive amount of water, the water drains out. So this portion right here is the very top portion where you actually pour your water in. And it's got nice little markings on there to show you where to go on the what levels to pour into. These are the actual water trays that are going to sit in between each of these layers. Now, what I like about this, and I did my research before I went ahead and bought this, I did my research and found that this one is pretty superior to a lot of the other container gardens, like the vertical ones that you'll find, because a lot of them will have, let me come down here, make sure I'm in that shot. A lot of them will have problems with either overwatering or underwatering when you get down to those lower levels. And that's going to hinder the growth of your plants, and sometimes they can die off just because they're not getting watered appropriately and you think that they are. Or you have to go back around and actually water them yourself on the outside, which that defeats the purpose of having an internal water reservoir. They do make one that's called the leaf. This is the original one, but they make one that's called the leaf, and that one is actually 7 layers deep, but they're shorter pockets. This one's 10 inches deep, and the leaf has, it's 7 inches tall, or 7 inches deep. So that can hold smaller plants, and you have actually more pockets to grow food in, or whatever you want to grow in it. You can grow flowers for all for all that matters. So each one of these will hold 1 cubic foot of soil, and you want to use a potting soil or a potting mix for best results. Now, the soil that I'm going to put in here has some fertilizer to it already, so I'm not going to add any extra fertilizer to it right now. But with any container gardening, you definitely want to add a little bit of fertilizer to your plants over time, because they're not gaining it from the outer, they're not gaining it from the ground. I do plan to add liquid fertilizer to this, or a liquid plant food. over time, usually about once a week. And what I found was this one here. It's called Fox Farm Grow Big, and this one is not laden with chemicals and like artificial stuff, which is nice. So I plan to use this one, and it takes about, general feeding they say 2 to 3 teaspoons per gallon, but I probably would add 1 to 2 teaspoons per watering once a week for this. And yeah, so let's get this started before the sun hits us here. See, got it all done there. Slipped right in. There's I didn't have to fight with this at all. This does come with the option of the tube that I showed you guys, or you can put this little rubber cap on here on the end, just whatever you prefer. Show this to you guys. So what's nice about this is that each layer has 6 pockets, and you'll see once I put the next tray on what that looks like. But you can grow up to 30 plants in this planter, whether that's 30 of the same plants or whether you want to put a variety of plants in a planter like this. It's whatever you want, which is nice. So yeah, let's get this next layer on. So this piece will fit right inside here. And those little holes, you want to line those holes up right there that you see along the pockets, because those little holes will drip slowly and allow each pocket to be fed with water. So what I'm going to do from here is, so it's got 3 locking wheels, which is nice. Helps to keep it from sliding around too much. And here we go. Next layer down. I'm beginning to run out of shade. Trying to beat the sun. So each one fits in an interlocking pattern, as you can see. Well, it's an interlocking pattern. But they fit opposite of each pocket to allow for that growing space. And this baby goes right here on top. Line up those holes. These little things right here go over that lip there. So I'm just trying to kind of lock that in place everywhere. All right, guys, there she is. And we have movement here. Seems to go okay over the, even though it's a deck, it's not a completely smooth surface. All right, so I apologize if I have dirt smudged on my face, but we are done getting her together, and I couldn't be more pleased. So I'm going to go inside now. I'm going to water it first. I'm going to pour some water into it, show you guys how that works. So let's go get some water. I really need to get a small hose out here. What you do is you fill this up, it overflows and starts spilling over into all those little the water reservoirs down below. So as each water reservoir fills up in between, that little plastic thing in between there, it spills over into the next water reservoir down below, and down below, and then finally down to here. And I'm going to open this up down here so that any excess that's not needed can spill out. See, any excess water that's not needed will spill out the bottom. And this tube attached to it will help direct the water to wherever you want it to go. Since I have it here on the deck, I'm not too concerned right now. What I like about container gardening is that you have stuff that you can put up around your back door versus having to always go out to your garden to pick your plants. It's also a way that you can kind of reduce some of the pests that you might have out in the garden. But what's nice about this right here is that, you know, for someone that might have mobility issues that can't really get out into a garden, this is a great alternative to have 30 different plants that you can grow, especially if you know someone who is, I don't know, maybe your grandmother or grandfather who used to love being out in the garden, but they just can't get out there and do it anymore. This would be a great option for them. So I am so happy you guys came along and wanted to watch me unbox this and get it together. I'm gonna go inside and get my seeds picked out and get those planted today. And I will keep you guys updated on how this works out. I also want to let you guys know that the company was so kind to give me a link for you guys to give you $10 off your own purchase. So if you guys will click on that link way down there, you guys can get $10 off your own purchase of one of these pretty girls. So what I like about having something like this is that you have the opportunity to expand upon your garden and have something closer to your home. You can grow things without having as much of the pressure from pests and diseases. It's not completely disease resistant, but it gives you an opportunity to have something that might not be as much of a pain to take care of. So at this point in time, you know, when we're dealing with our economy and food prices are going up, gas prices are going up, everything around you is going up, this is a way to supplement food for your family or just have something pretty by your house to look at. So let me just tell you, I am super excited to have this as part of our growing capabilities for our homestead and farm. And I hope that you guys take the opportunity to find something like this yourself. I would recommend this one highly because of its reviews and the ability that it has to water evenly from the top to the bottom. And if you guys are really liking what you see here, make sure you hit that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell so that when we have new videos uploaded, you get to be the first one to know about it. We'll catch you guys next time. See you later. So that's not going to stay in. I need to wake up. Because a lot of them's because